top of is just a lot of small pokes. BrawL's going to have to wait for those big engagements to really use their champions to their fullest. Uh-oh, look at this, look at this. We have Blue Freeze coming in here. This first time he's really entered the lane, but BrawL wants nothing to do with Khan and Blue Freeze, and they quickly back away there.
Yeah, Khan's been doing really well all on his own, and Blue Freeze really hasn't needed to come down and help out too much against Genre.
I am really, really interested in seeing how this, marksman mid lane works out. I talked to some of the pros about it, and the biggest thing they say is, well, it's tough to run a marksman mid lane just because you can keep getting ganked, and the blaster has so much burst. When you combine that with a gank, you can end up in a lot of trouble. But, Wonder Woman doesn't have the most insane ganks out there. And, so far it's worked out really well as long as he keeps his vision up. Green Arrow is one of the more mobile marksmen, so that probably helps him out a decent amount.
And not only that, but Curse's bottom lane they both have Green Arrow's cameras, so that's so much vision that they can have going out that they don't really need to worry about a Wonder Woman gank.
That's true. And so far we really haven't seen Dak. We've seen him going lane a couple times, but it's more to establish EMPs. There hasn't really been any picks at all this game, with the exception of that first spot. Look at that, another trade, and Genre takes a lot of damage there.
Khan is putting so much pressure on Genre right now, trying to keep his lane back, not letting him freeze anything, just pushing everything he has to the turret. And denying a Sinestro farm is the biggest thing that a marksman could do.
And, he's opening with that Coda Blade to get a lot of attack damage, but then late game, his crits are going to be insane with extra critical damage and extra crit chance. So, of course, items like the Joe Chills and trying to max out his last goggles are really expensive, which is one of the hardest things marksmen struggle with, is getting that Joe Chills. But into solo lane, he's going to have a lot more credits, and that's going to really make a kind of an uneven matchup if you're comparing Cripsy to Khan later on. Cripsy's going to be way out farmed just because he's in that dual lane as opposed to the solo lane.
Yeah, Cripsy's going to definitely fall behind compared to what Khan's going to have.
The one thing that's going to keep Cripsy a little bit, in the running is going to be the fact that he does have that Atlantis Gambit. So he is getting some extra credits from that to help, stay on par. But it is going to be tough in the late game. In the late game, if your marksman just doesn't have the damage up what theirs does, it definitely does affect your team. And oh, nice juke by Cripsy, though. That Mr. Punchy could have spelled the doom for him, but a really nice juke there.
Oh, really nice Vortex going out for GS as well.
Yeah. I mean, what BrawL's wanting to do here is they just want to kind of basically survive the poke of Curse through the early parts of the game and kind of keep them at bay and wait until they get their level 6s, because you get that Condemn, you combine with a Tempest and then maybe a Lasso from Wonder Woman, that's almost a guaranteed kill on Green Lantern. So once you get level 6, that's going to be when GS and Cripsy are going to look to really try to make some moves happen.
Yeah, and it's going to come down to Cripsy and GS not giving off too many kills until Wonder Woman hits level 6.
So it looks like, oh, look at this Oh, this is a really nice move here. There's no camera here. They don't know if Fatal Uno's there. Oh, a nice juke to Mr. Punchy misses, and that's not a kill. Blue Freeze was in there looking. If Mr. Punchy connected, they could have followed up with a grab from Blue Freeze and maybe made a really nice pick there. But great counterplay from BrawL. So far, both these teams are kind of pairing each other's moves very evenly. I think the only thing of significance that's really happened in this game is the fact that the middle lane has really been pushing for a BrawL. That turret's taking a lot of damage, and Khan's kind of well on his way towards taking that out. But
we're starting to see E sitting here trying to set up a gank on Khan, but I think Khan has an idea that he's right there.
I think, what gave it away is the way Genre is positioning. He was kind of positioning the way to, bait Khan forward. And this is something that always works on me, but Khan's not that foolish. When you're stronger than champion right now. Khan is stronger than Genre right now. And they go in to look like they want to fight you. Usually, there's a trick up the sleeve. The reason why they want to fight you is because they have help line in a secret spot somewhere, and it's really a trap.
It was a really good Vortex on Blue Freeze, just in case Blue Freeze was able to get that grab on Cripsy. GS was going to able to trigger that Vortex a second time and pull Blue Freeze out of range.
Yeah, you can really tell, GS is making sure that both him and Cripsy are extremely safe using those disengaging tools to the best of his ability. But it is going to be EMP for Curse. I mean, they sent 4 down there, so pretty much a no contest. But that does mean, their middle turret's taking a little bit of damage. But that could actually backfire. We do see Sotura heading down. He does have that Speeding Bolt ultimate up. Genre could be in a little bit of trouble if he gets caught out.
Tura making calls out for Dak in the top lane there. Oh, what a nice lasso. The heat vision pushed him away. Looks like Dak's just going to stay there and try and take this jungle farm.
Yeah, so Tura was wanting to try to, he had his lane push, but he wouldn't be exposed to ganks. He was trying to sneak in some jungle there, and Dak was not going to let that happen. He says, Superman, get out of that jungle. That is my land. And look at this, Dak's heading down here. Does Khan have he doesn't have a camera above him, but they know that Dak is out there because, of course, they saw it with Superman, and they're like, okay, he was with Superman. Where else would he go? There's nowhere else to go but down.
Yeah, we're not seeing him in the top lane, so he must be coming down to the middle lane at this point.
And, that type of map presence and kind of team communication where you keep calling out where all the enemy champions are, is extremely important because it in effect gives you vision even if you don't have vision, just from narrowing down the possibilities of where someone can be.
So it looks like we're seeing Cripsy being left alone in the bottom lane to take on 2 blasters. But, oh, Condemn going out on Khan, Parallax going down, the lasso. Wow.
I mean, you talk about ultimates that kill people, you're talking about Condemn and Fear Incarnate. And using both of them on a squishy target. There's no chance. Khan there's nothing he could have done there. As soon as Condemn went down on him, he was absolutely erased. And, what Curse needs to do here is the counterplay to that is, okay, they've used some of their ultimates. Now is our time to put on some pressure because we know we've got a minute and a half until those things come back up again. And Blue Freeze has his ultimate available. So Tura has his ultimate available. So there's definitely opportunities for them to try to make some type of gank themselves.
Yeah, no, that was definitely something that Genre needed because he's already falling behind Khan. And now that kill only puts him about 100 credits behind.
Yeah, and that's, I think one of the reasons why he put that marksman in the mid lane is because he can kind of keep Sinestro at bay. Look at the jukes from Ease. Will be enough, though. No, the grab is good. A lot of damage going down on Ease.
The grab and the meltdown going down on Ease going to secure that kill for Curse.
Blue Freeze is playing an amazing Atomic Green Lantern. I don't think he's missed a grab yet. And yes, he hasn't really gone out and gotten a whole ton of ganks, but when he does go out, it's because he knows he gets that kill.
And the blocking bracers on...
Oh, is he going to escape? No, there's no way. He's not escaping that. Oh, he is! How is he going to escape that? That is crazy.
2 ultimates, and Spa still makes it out alive.
I mean, that heal wave was huge, but
Fatal Uno did not see that Ease was coming in. Oh, he missed the lasso, and the baby bomb going down.
No, it's still too much, but here's Blue Freeze, though. He does have that grab available. They're going to try to get Ease again. A great vortex. Can they get Dak, though? There's the slow to Frost Breath. I don't know, though. It's 2-on-3, even though BrawL's on the retreat. Curse could overextend. There's a great grab, though. But they Condemn on Sotura. Oh, and it turns it around. BrawL gets the kill, and now they're starting to make some really nice moves happen. I'm really surprised Ease was able to escape that. That was a really nice played disengage from BrawL. Man, this game is just getting absolutely tense. We have seen Khan's been able to acquire the first level of Joe Chill's revolver, and that's when Green Arrow really starts to get punishing. Genre's got a lot of... this lane is so explosive because it's all power damage, it's all attack damage. So both of them can dish out so much damage to each other. Look at how much that took off like half his life, that ballistic arrow.
That put Genre back down below 25%. He needs to go back and heal at this point. This is going to leave Khan to get more solo farm, more credits, and just pull even further ahead of Genre. It's already 1 level. Now, I think after this might be level 11 and could push that middle lane turret down.
And that's just... I think the Green Arrow pick makes so much sense as a counter pick to Sinestro in that lane, just because he has that range. And as long as you keep Sinestro hurt, he can't actually come in on you because then he'll die. And if Sinestro can't close the distance with you, then he can't do damage to you, which means you keep pushing the lane. You keep damaging the turret, and in fact, that mid turret did go down. That's going to kind of put Curse in a very nice spot. And, what that does also, with that middle turret down, it gives Khan more room to rove. Because he can get that lane pushed out a good amount, and he has more time to leave the lane to help out with ganks. And with the amount of damage he has now,
so much damage going out on GS.
Oh, that was a great vortex, but it just wasn't enough. Not with all 3 of them there. And that's the power of winning your lane. As soon as you win your lane, it gives you so much ability to just run around the map and cause cause chaos in every other lane, and that's how you snowball a game. And that's what Khan's gonna be trying to do now. Now, he hasn't quite done it yet. In fact, there's, you know, with him being gone, this turret's gonna suffer. But it's really up to BrawL to try to find a way to shut Khan down.
So it looks like everyone from Curse is coming to the middle here. It looks like Ease might have overstayed his welcome.
He got the turret, though.
Up and away, they were going out on Ease. Frost Breath, Mr. Punchy. Oh, and the kill going to Fatal Uno there.
You know, it's funny the way Ease looked one way, and then someone comes in and he just, oh, I run the other way. Someone else comes in there. It was like one of those movies where you see someone running and there's this mobsters coming from every direction. Ease was just totally surrounded there, but he did take, you know, he did kind of distract for at least a time, and they got that turret kill. So I would say his death was worth it, but. Now it looks like their sights are set on Cripsy. They do have an EMP. That's a tier 2 EMP on Blue Freeze. Cripsy's all alone right now, and there's 3 of them here. 4 of them here. They're just gonna go straight into this turret. If Cripsy stays, they're gonna kill him.
Here goes the EMP.
Oh, but that comes in a great ultimate. A Tempest cut short by a Blue Freeze grab. A great grab by Blue Freeze, disrupting that wombo combo. But now here comes Genre in on Khan, trying to get revenge. They both go down.
They're both killing each other. Oh, Blue Freeze is too far behind his team. Mr. Punchy almost taking out Cripsy.
Man. So it ends up being a 2-for-1 and a tier 2 EMP use as well. So BrawL, I guess BrawL got the slight upper end of that deal. Just because, you know, it's one of those situations where Curse thought they had the 4-on-4 and 1, 4-on-2. But the fact that BrawL was able to get all 5 of their champions there all at the right moment turned to a 5-on-4 and they had the lead. Of course, it does mean that this top turret may take a lot of damage here.
So turret should just stay there and help out clearing that turret.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, yeah, I don't really know what he was thinking. It's too late now, though.
And now, Cripsy's going to be able to come in the top lane and prevent him from finishing it out.
He definitely could have taken that, well, or at least brought to like 1 hit away, even if you couldn't quite finish it. I think that was a misplay there. You know, what that was is that he was hoping to catch someone jungling and get a nice gank on them, but he should have realized that they were all pushing bottom, right? And he would have known that there was no one in the area just because the team knew there was all that pressure in that lane. I got this switch after taking down that middle turret. Now Khan switched to the bottom because he says, okay, I don't want to keep pushing middle because I'll get way overextended and get picked off. Let's rotate. Let's give you know, Spa some nice farm because we want a strong Green Lantern as well. And I can really use the fact that I'm a really fed marksman to put so much pressure on this bottom turret and try to force that one down.
But the thing is, Genre is going to try and stay with
Khan.
He's going to try and stay with Khan the whole time. Yeah. Because now we see Cripsy rotated top a little bit, but it looks like he's going to come back down. We're going to have 4 people in the bottom lane against just Khan.
There's a lot of rotations going on here. It's you know, it's not really super clear where everyone wants to be because they keep counter-rotating, right? Curse is rotating to try to put Khan in a lane where they're going to push that lane and he can put damage on a turret. BrawL wants to make sure that wherever Khan goes, they can basically put enough people there that's going to kill him and get picks on him because he's a target of opportunity. He's a guy that, you know, they know Green Arrow is kind of a relatively easier target. He's one they really want to shut down and prevent him from getting basically his Joe Chills leveled up all the way and his ice goggles. Because marksman with Joe Chills is just scary.
Yeah, I think, he already has level 3, and when he has the modded version with the additional crit chance.
And me.
Yeah, that'll kick in once he gets level 4. So, I mean, he's almost there already. That's only 750 more credits. He's just trying to trade with Sotura. Oh, and here's GS. Can he get the condemn off? There it is, but Ease ran back. A little miscommunication there, but it doesn't matter. Ease had just barely enough damage to finish off Superman.
Sotura tried to do the up and away, and that is when GS used the condemn to stop that and keep Ease alive.
But while they had 2 up there, Curse took the opportunity to have the other 4 grab the Raider. So, yes, you know, Superman was caught off guard, but Curse got the Raider. I don't know if we really got the upper end of that one. I think the vision that Curse has available now is probably extremely valuable. Oh, but they've got to be careful. There's some pressure coming in this bottom lane. But you know what? There's no vision here for BrawL. There's no vision here. I mean, if Genre and Cripsy keep pushing, they could be really caught off guard. Now, GS is here.
Oh, but GS there. And all they have is Blue Freeze right now, and Khan coming from behind.
Oh, but here's a teleport coming in. So is Spa's up here. Actually, all 5 are heading towards this bottom area. That leaves Ease free to push up top. And BrawL, I think, really intelligently backed away. They're like,
but the world doesn't always work that way.
5 on 4, not in our favor.
Yep.
Let's just try and you know, let's hold our ground just a little bit. No, oh, going in on Khan with the blocking bracers. Meltdown, Tempest going down.
Oh, I mean, BrawL's trying to make the best of this 5-on-4. Now, Ease teleports in here, trying to take out, there we go, that's the kill on Sotura. It ends up being a 2-for-1 trade, though. I think BrawL made a mistake initiating with only 4 without having Ease there. I mean, in the positioning here where Spock came in from on top, was able to force Cripsy back and then focus down Genre. I mean, Dak kind of saw that he thought he had a good ultimate went in there, but he only got one person with that ultimate. So the initiation from BrawL wasn't actually as perfect as it would have been for them ideally, I think.
Yeah, he was only able to pick up Khan with that blocking bracers, and I think not everybody from BrawL was in an area to help really put as much damage down. Because when Cripsy casted Tempest, still a little too far out to really get the maximum damage done.
Yeah. I mean, I think he got 2 champions in really solidly, but there wasn't really the follow-through damage just because the person who goes in and finishes off those targets is either Genre or Ease, and Genre was dead and Ease came in late. And by the time he came in, all the targets for Artuna kind of spread out. Now, he did get Superman, but I think when you're Gas Cat coming in to try to pick off the weak characters, you're looking for more than 1 kill.
Oh, up and away.
Oh, gets blocked. And that means, Ease doesn't quite get spawned. In fact, Ease getting very low. Somehow no one went down throughout all that. Cripsy survived. Ease does go down, though, so that's another kill for Curse. Oh, a great Vortex here to help them disengage. Now, Genre could be in trouble. The grab is good. Oh, I think he's done.
Oh,
he's
so
done.
much damage.
Oh, no, can he escape? Oh, he's looking for the grab. Genre jukes it, though, and Blue Freeze says, okay, I'm not going to chase too far. We're just going to, with 4 of us here, we're going to supply pressure to this middle turret and get a nice little turret kill here.
You know, if Blue Freeze was able to nail that second grab, that would have spelled another kill for Curse.
Oh, there's Dak coming in. There's the Tempest. The Tempest is good. A great wombo combo there. Hits 3 people to Wonder Woman ultimate. Disengaged by Joker, though, but without Khan, they're missing so much damage. They've got to get out of there. Superman turns around to try to slow for his team. The Vortex doesn't catch anyone. Neither does Fear Incarnate, but it was enough to get Superman at least. And here comes Dak. He's trying to get Fatal Uno. Oh, a nice Mr. Punchy. The lasso was good too, but didn't stop him for long enough, and there's Vanish, and I do think Fatal Uno is now safe to get away. Or is he? Yeah, he is. Meanwhile,
such a close game between these 2 teams. Only 100 credit difference separating these 2.
It is so back and forth here. It is just, it's really hard to tell who's getting the upper hand. A nice little push in the bottom, but then on the top, BrawL's getting advantage. It's kind of back and forth here. Now, will Spock continue to push here in the bottom? He's very exposed, but also he knows that at least BrawL recently was all the top, but I guess now they're realizing they're not continuing to push.
Yeah, so the turrets are still pretty much even. We're seeing 2 turrets down in the top lane for Curse, and not a single one is down for BrawL.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. BrawL hasn't really been brought down to their dampeners yet in any of the lanes. But the fact that the credits were even is a testament to the fact that, you know, Curse has controlled other objectives. They've got, you know, the Raider the first time. They've established equal number of kills. And now the Raider is coming back up in just a few seconds. This could be a big moment. If one of the teams, you know, gets a really good setup, catches the other team off guard while they're trying to do the Raider, that's when, you know, someone's going to get way ahead and someone's going to start falling behind.
But the thing is with one... Dak does have teleport available. So if they throw down a camera for BrawL, we could definitely see a 5-on-5 here.
Oh, there could be... Oh, the grab through the wall! Ease! A great pick there by Blue Freeze. Ease gets melted. Now, there was a good Tempest putting damage out, but that grab was such a key play there. And that turns it onto a 5-on-4. The heal is healing them back up. And if BrawL sticks around here, they could be in a lot of trouble because, I mean, Curse still has, you know, yeah, they've used a couple ultimates, but they still have 5 team members. And without Ease, how are they going to really focus someone down?
And, I mean, right now, all they have is blocking bracers and condemn. I mean, they do also have Fear Incarnate for Genre. But, the grab on Cripsy, but he's able to Tempest, able to after out of there.
That's the initiation from Sotura, pushing back Cripsy and GS. Now they're going for Dak. Dak's gonna buy time for his team. He goes down, but so does Sotura. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Another great grab by Blue Freeze. Genre gets torn to pieces. It ends up being a 3-for-1 trade throughout that entire engagement. That's gonna mean Curse can quite easily go ahead and grab this Raider.
Yeah, 3-for-1 and the Raider, that's definitely gonna push the credit advantage heavily in favor of Curse at this point in the game.
Oh, it looks like they want to try to steal. I don't know if they can accomplish this, though, but they're in a nice position. No, they're not quite able to steal. The fact that they stay there longer, whew. Khan just saw Ease come in just in time. Was like, I don't want to run face to face with a gas cat with their claws out.
No, this is where Curse needs to be smart with the plays that they made, and they either need to teleport out of there or definitely put some vision down and be careful of where BrawL is placed.
Yeah, I like how they're kind of backing away, saying, okay, let's restock. We just got a lot of credits. We killed some people. Let's restock our will, restock our life, restock our artifacts, and then kind of consider where we're going to go next in this game. You know, something that's interesting to me, actually, that's really interesting. No one on Curse has an on the devices. This is one of the first times I've seen a pro team that doesn't have one of their players run that on the devices. Just because of the fact that you can get that Mercury's Gift and speed up your whole team as long as you're near you for 8 seconds. That's a huge deal. But I guess, I mean, who would you put it on for Curse? They're all playing champions that really need items to become scary. What that also means is every one of their champions is scary damage-wise, right? Whereas the fact that GS is going for the on the devices means that, yes, he can play the control role really well, but he doesn't have the damage output that that Fatal Uno is having the Joker, because Fatal Uno is just going straight damaging artifacts. He's going Starheart, not on the devices.
Yeah, with the fact that Curse is not really building that controller like BrawL is, it definitely swings the damage output in favor for Curse.
And I guess the disadvantage is they're going to have a harder time running down champions. They're going to have a harder time disengaging, but if they're just straight out winning all the engagements, you don't need to disengage, right?
Yeah, I mean, if everything works out in Curse's favor, they're going to be using their Amulet of Isis to get away from them.
Yeah, BrawL, it's going to be like a damage control, not an item of great power. Now, BrawL was able to take that turret. There's only 4 of them here, though, because Ease is there at the top. Ease does have teleport available, but I mean, I think they learned their lesson from last time when Ease came in late to a team fight. Didn't go well for them, so they are disengaging. And we are going to see Blue Freeze move up here saying, you know what, I guess we shouldn't let Ease take a dampener down for free. It's probably not a good idea.
Ease is, again, still the strongest and highest credited champion for the BrawL's team at this point.
For anyone's team, actually.
9,700 credits right now.
Oh, great gank on Spa.
2 ultimates used to take out Spa, though.
Yeah. But, I mean, a pick is a pick, right? Their team fight's going to be a little weaker because they're missing 2 ultimates, but Curse's team fight's going to be a lot weaker because they're missing 1 ultimate plus an entire champion. But, you know, if they fight right when Spa gets back up, and the ultimates are still on cooldown for both Genre and Dak, that could really go in Curse's favor, but I don't think BrawL is going to do that. I think they're going to make sure they have those ultimates back up for the next engagement. Wow, Khan he's going to get this turret, but he's definitely going to pay for it. I don't know, you think that was worth it for Khan to just push out that far and get that turret kill? Oh.
At this point in the game, I think it was a good move for them. I mean, they were able to, I mean, obviously, Curse didn't know that they were going to secure that kill on Cripsy, but they're already down and behind in the whole turret game at this point. They're pushed back to one of their dampeners in the top lane, and they're pushed back to their tier 2 turrets in both the middle and the bottom lane.
So that kind of evened it up with that move from Khan right there, I guess. Well, although BrawL could try to uneven things, I don't think BrawL's going to keep pushing here. They're like, realizing that there's not much help from the rest of their team, they got to get out of there because Ease might be able to escape being Gas Cat and be nifty, but GS would have a hard time escaping if they kept pushing in there. I mean, credit-wise, this is a super even game. I think at a 30-minute mark, I don't know if you've seen a game this season, except for maybe game 2 between C and BrawL, at least at this point in the game. And, I mean, this is where you ask that question. As the game gets later and later, which team has a better late-game composition?
I mean, it's really hard to tell. I feel like BrawL has the... In my opinion, I feel like BrawL has the higher ceiling of champion skill. What they can do with Mecha Wonder Woman scales so well for a marksman. And you also have, but the thing is, Gaslight Catwoman I feel trails off at the end. I feel like that's the only one, because the plays that Wonder Woman and Mecha Wonder Woman can make are really impressive.
They are. I mean, the thing about the late game composition is going to be the strength of, I think it's going to be Wonder Woman setting up good plays. BrawL's going to have to depend on Dak to set up amazing plays that create opportunities for Cripsy and Genre to get a bunch of kills. On the other hand, Curse has, I think one of their key strengths is that they have 2 blasters who are doing a lot of damage output in the late game, whereas GS is building much more controller. So he'll be good at zoning, but...
Oh, what a pull!
Oh, GS could be in a lot of trouble here. There's the ultimate. There's the arrow on him. And no, Wonder Woman shields him, so turret's taking a lot of damage. GS somehow escapes that. Bluefreeze gets another great grab, but the rest of his team is not there. And somehow it ends up with no one dying, but it does end up with BrawL having to retreat. Now, will Curse try to grab the Raider? I mean, I don't know if they can do it, because BrawL's not hurt enough yet. BrawL's coming right back in the action.
Oh, Khan jumping down on Ease over there, putting a lot of damage. I think BrawL needs to pull away at this point. I mean, they're so low compared to everyone on Curse.
They did, yeah, Curse with those heal waves, you know, they used 2 of their heal waves, and all of a sudden they're all back up at full. It's really, really strong for these like kind of skirmishes around a Raider to be able to heal your whole team back up again, and BrawL can't do that. I mean, GS had to go back to heal up. Oh, and look at this Bluefreeze coming in from behind. There's the Superman ultimate, it gets Ease, there's the Frost Breath on him. Ease turns around, tries to juke. They actually give up the chase on Ease.
I think he juked him out with that going invisible there.
Yeah, great juke by Ease. Bluefreeze and Connor still in pursuit. Oh, Cripsy goes down. And now Ease, I assume, is, just went straight back to base. Now, is Curse going to keep pushing, or are they going to back up for the Raider? There goes going, they're going to drop the EMP. They say we got 2 down. Let's grab a dampener while we're at it. And wow, what a big play for Curse.
Yeah, Curse really needed that team fight to go in their favor. I mean, able to pick up that kill on Cripsy and that earlier kill on Genre, that's some of their best damage dealers. All they have left is Ease. I mean, yeah, GS still had Condemn and Dak still had blocking bracers, but BrawL was never in a position to utilize both of their ultimates.
Yeah, they weren't, and you know, one of the key things I think there is that Bluefreeze kept circling around behind the BrawL team. And what that meant is that what BrawL needs, they need Dak to basically bring all of Curse together and free up the rest of BrawL to do their thing. But when Bluefreeze circles around from behind and they're all kind of split up and hit at different angles, Dak has no way of controlling the entire team of Curse. And I think, you know, you're going to have to do a better job of finding ways to get Curse in a position they want him to be in, because with a composition like what BrawL has, it's all about positioning, and if Curse can out-position him, Curse is going to come out on top.
So with these recent team fights and all the way being, BrawL being pushed all the way back to their dampener, now we're seeing about a 5,000 credit advantage sliding towards Curse.
Yeah, and you know, one of the big problems is that so many of those credits are on Khan, and that's not good for BrawL. The fact that Khan can out-damage Cripsy by an enormous amount right now just from having more items is rough, and what BrawL needs is they need Genre to do the same thing. Like, Genre in return should be out-damaging Spa, but if you look at it, Genre and Spa are equal credits. And BrawL has almost so many other credits locked up in Ease, but Ease can just get shut down by Atomic Green Lantern so well. I mean, he can grab Ease in, he can lock him down.
You just saw exactly right there.
Yeah.
2 grabs on Ease, now another one on Dak. Wow.
I mean, BrawL's getting a little sloppy there. They should not have been up there alone.
Boy Scout.
And look at this, they're just gonna go straight for turrets. It looks like they're gonna have Fatal will go back to help push the drones faster, but they're not even gonna wait for the drones, I don't think. I think they can just, well, actually, if Cripsy's there...
I mean, they got Bluefreeze that's gonna tank the turret.
Yeah, he doesn't even care. But there's that Tempest, a great Vortex Tempest combination, though. And look at that, Fear Incarnate takes out Sotura. That's what I was worried about, they push in there. Yes, the turret doesn't do that much, but you get a nice wombo combo off there. And you can take a lot of damage.
But the thing is, they also use Condemn as well as Fear Incarnate.
Right.
That's 2 ultimates that they now have at least a minute to not have to worry about.
Oh, Bluefreeze just got cut in half there by Genre, but Genre's got to be careful. There's that Khan ultimate. Does not hit, and I think Curse is smart to back away here. Without their bruisers, Bluefreeze and Sotura, they have a hard time setting up picks because they don't really have a good way to initiate and get in there and create create the vulnerabilities in the BrawL lineup that Khan and Spa and Fatal Uno can kind of jump on.
So I'm surprised to see that how quickly Curse has turned this around. Like last week, I could imagine that Curse was pushed back to one of their dampeners. I mean, BrawL had just taken out, like, I think 3 of Curse's turrets, and now it's a completely different game.
Absolutely, and I think it's all just, I think they're working together in the team fights better. And you know what's interesting is I actually think Sotura has been really big in these team fights. You know, Bluefree has been amazing sending these grabs him to kills, but what's let them get away with these picks without being punished is the fact that in every team fight, you look at Sotura and like, wow, he's been dying so much. It's because in every team fight, he's the one who says, like, the rest of the team's like, we're gonna kill this person. And Sotura's like, I'll jump into the rest of the team, frost breath him, and keep the entire BrawL roster off you guys where you keep making your picks. And so yes, your man's buffing been the first one down, but he's also kept the rest of the Curse lineup alive in these team fights by using Frost Breath, Heat Vision, and Speeding Bullet to just disrupt the BrawL roster.
Yeah, seeing Sotura going 4, 6, and 10 with 10 assists, even though he's the one that's dying first every time, he's still setting up these kills for his entire team.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at his artifacts, he's starting to build a little tankier now. He's got Crime Bible, he's got Claw of Horse, and he's got Suit of Sorrows. And so, you know, he's diving in there and dying, but that's his job, right? If they're focusing him, it means that Khan, Fatal Uno, and Spa are just having a field day on whoever they want to make that pick happen. And then, of course, Bluefree is there to make sure that that pick does happen with the grab. It's like they're trying to push around the bottom. Bluefree is always out in front trying to set something up. He's just looking. He's always looking for that kill. But there's a camera there, so he's not going to get it quite yet. Dak is, yeah, Dak's like, I should back away. Good call. Good call, Dak. Wonder Woman's tough, but no one's tough enough to take on all 5. There's a lot of Entropy Aegises going down from BrawL, but that does mean that Khan's damage is going to be more or less uncontested, so it's a plus and a minus. But I guess you're talking about Fatal Uno and Spa and Bluefreeze all, you know, helping counter them with the Entropy Aegis, so I still think it's a really smart purchase.
Yeah, no, they definitely need it. It's going to be interesting to see if BrawL tries to contest this Raider. I mean, you got all 5 members of Curse here, and BrawL is definitely separated between middle lane and bottom lane at this point.
Yeah, I don't think BrawL can hope to contest it. They're way too spread out, and yeah, it's just going to instantly go down. The thing is that BrawL doesn't have any vision in this entire area. Like, if we just flip over to BrawL's vision just for a second here, we can see this is all dark. This whole thing, this whole zone is just pure darkness for BrawL. So the fact that they have no vision in this area, it means they can't go out and just charge out to the Raider pit and try to stop Curse, because as they charge out, it's so easy for them to get picked off just because they have no idea where the Curse, I mean, they know they're somewhere in the area, but they don't know if they're all waiting in a stealth pad to ambush them. They don't know if they're taking the Raider or exactly what they're doing. So Curse now has, I mean, it's still only, you know, it's looked like Curse has been on top of this game, but it's only a 6,500 credit lead. It's not that huge. I think it's more worrying that BrawL's credits are so much into one person than it is the actual total credit lead.
Yeah, and the thing is, Cripsy has not been able to secure a kill. I mean, he's 0-3 and 8. He's still picking up the assists. He has the second most credits on his team. It's just impressive that with all the Raiders going to Curse, BrawL is still able to keep themselves into this game.
Yeah, it's still, credit-wise, it's still a very even game, but map control-wise, Curse has a lead, and it's going to be up to BrawL to turn it around. But like you said, they've got those wombo combos. Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman, the Wonder Twins. They can set up amazing plays, and that's not even talking about, you know, Sinestro and Nightmare Superman jumping in on that combo train.
A lot of pings going out for BrawL, that they're trying to keep an eye out where Curse could be at this point.
Yeah, they're trying to figure it out. And Curse, of course, knows, you know, has probably a better idea. Look at this Elder circling around. Bluefreeze is always looking for that pick. He's got that big green arm, and he's willing to use it. Now, the bottom dampener for BrawL came back up, so it is weaker. It will go down faster, but don't have to worry about the lead turns. There's initiation. Almost, that was, I'm not sure that was the right move, the Speeding Bullet there. I think they were hoping that Bluefreeze would grab Genre in, and the Speeding Bullet would hit, and it could have been a nicer combo, but he wasn't able to get that grab on Genre, so Tura had to just immediately back off.
So it looks like we're going to see, yeah, the EMP's going down here. Curse is going to try
and a tier 2 speed.
The Tempest going out, not hitting anybody.
Oh, Genre gets in a lot of damage done, though. I think Curse may have overextended. We do see Superman go down. They get the dampener, but Spa's definitely going to go down as well. And they used 2 different tier 2 deployables. Was that worth a dampener is a big question, and I'm not sure if it was.
No, because this allows BrawL to really counter their engage.
I think BrawL's going to get a turret out of this. Now, it is risky, though, because BrawL's got to be careful. I mean, 30 seconds before Curse, Superman and Green Lantern come back up. They're just hitting straight across the map, though, of course, Dak and his tank. Oh, they're not even just going to drop the EP and go straight forward. They want that turret. They know they have opportunity now. But here's Blue Freeze. Dak backs away. And you know what? Curse is faking this because they could turn around to fight this. There's only 3 from Curse up. But it's chasing away 4 from BrawL. They're basically psyched them out. Oh, look at that. There's a pick.
And here comes Ease coming on the teleport.
But they've already lost GS. Blue Freeze is Neuron's contract. I think Blue Freeze might be done for. Yeah, he's absolutely done for.
I think BrawL was hoping to try and get that kill on Blue Freeze to get GS back up.
They were, but it just took too long. I mean, you only got a couple seconds with that Nightmare Superman passive. And GS is knocking down super easy, or Blue Freeze is knocking down super easy. He does have, some little life of Atlantic Royal Seal, Cosmic Belt, and he realized that he was going to go down, so he popped that Neuron's contract just to delay, use that blood bargain to delay how long he would die. Man, Cripsy just barely got back in time. If that teleport didn't go down, Khan would have just shot him in half with an arrow.
Yeah, Khan definitely, at this point, out-damages Cripsy by a lot.
Oh, yeah. In fact, actually, Khan has just recently finished his Ice Goggles all the way up, which means he has Frenzy available. And when he flips Frenzy on, right now, his base crit chance is, I think it's at 67%, if I'm not mistaken. And so when he flips this on, it'll go up by another 20%. No, it's at 47%, sorry. Something like that. Well, let's see. It's 20%. 20% is 40%. 21% is
60% crit chance.
Actually, it is 67. With all this stuff, it's 67%. When he turns on Zeiss goggles, that's 87% crit chance.
Wow.
For 5 seconds. And his crits are doing plus 75% damage. So basically, when Khan activates those Zeiss goggles, whoever he shoots an arrow at is going to explode. It's that simple. It's almost a guaranteed crit. They're going to explode. And I think his main target's going to be Ease. Just because they know if they can take down Ease, that's so much of the damage output of BrawL.
Yeah, they pretty much just need to focus on Ease and maybe even Cripsy at this point. I don't know if I would prioritize Genre or Ease over Cripsy with that.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I think Genre, it's really great to focus Genre, but Genre's going to hang back until he finds an opening. So I think a lot of that's onto Fatal Uno to try to predict when Genre goes in and use the Present and Mr. Punchy to keep him zoned out. As long as he keeps Sinestro zoned out, he's definitely substantially weaker.
It's going to be a very fast raider for Curse.
Do you see? BrawL almost stole the kill with that speed deployable. It was down to 5 hit points or something. That would have been one of the most amazing kill steals ever if they stole that kill with dropping a deployable on the Raider. Wasn't able to quite make it happen.
Very offensive placement for this surveillance tower by Curse.
It is. That's really bold. That's, I guess it's nice if they can push along this bottom lane. Oh, I think BrawL suspects it's around this area. But right now, they're too scared to go out here, and I don't blame them. Curse is just waiting. Now, is Curse going to just really focus on pushing the bottom, or are they going to kind of... Looks like there's some of them are backing away now. I wouldn't mind seeing them do a little bit of a split push, to be honest.
Yeah, they definitely need to push out that top lane some more. I mean, BrawL definitely has the drone wave advantage, but they also have super drones going through the middle lane.
Yeah, the middle lane is going to stay pushed for Curse unless BrawL really dedicates someone to push that out themselves. Now, BrawL has found a surveillance tower, so... And it wasn't really, I guess... Oh, wait, here's a teleport to stall. And it canceled. They psyched BrawL out. They totally psyched BrawL out. BrawL saw a teleport coming in. They backed away because they were afraid that the rest of Curse would be there. And then it was just a fake. They canceled it because the rest of Curse actually wasn't quite positioned. And they kept that surveillance tower alive.
And now we might see Curse try to push all the way and clear out this respawned bottom lane dampener.
Oh, it looks like they're going for it. They're thinking about it. They have an EMP available. It's on Fatal Uno. Well, that's a bold EMP drop. That's going to be focused down immediately by BrawL. Look at that Dak with an amazing wombo combo ultimate. Curse backs away from Tempest, but Fatal Uno barely stays alive with Neuron's contract. All of a sudden, BrawL had an amazing initiation there. And Curse is in a lot of trouble, but wait, no, BrawL overextends. Cripsy and Ease just get routed.
Definitely think Khan activated Frenzy there and just erased Ease and Cripsy.
Everyone from BrawL is like a full life, and then like it almost just looked like they died instantly. I think you're right. It was Khan's like, how about I just kill everyone? And I guess that's what you can do when you're a marksman with 15,000 credits. Now they're trying to force this through the middle. I guess it's a 4-on-3. They're just trying to weaken. Ooh, that lasso almost hit. But I don't even know if he won that lasso hit, to be honest. The lasso hit, he might have just got himself killed. BrawL's trying to clear this out. Oh, a great grab there by Blue Freeze. GS just gets
auto
wrecked.
attacks, and GS is melted by Khan.
That was just brutal.
That's a minute respawn timer for GS. We got 15 seconds left on Cripsy and Ease. I think we're going to see at least one turret go down here.
Oh, absolutely. This one's going to go down. Khan's focusing it really fast, so turret's forced up by turret damage, but yes, one goes down. Now they're going to back out, realizing in a few seconds, both Ease and Cripsy really back up. So really heads-up plays there by Curse, just continuing their lead. Now they have 10,000 credits ahead. You know, one thing that kind of I bet BrawL is wondering is they're probably thinking, we never would have thought of banning Atomic Green Lantern. Should we ban Atomic Green Lantern next game? Because there's been so many times when Blue Freeze had just snagged him with those grabs.
I don't think Atomic Green Lantern warrants a ban, though.
It's true.
There's so many other like game-changing, stronger champions that you don't want to go up against. If you don't have first pick, like, I don't see why you would waste it on another champion. That's
true. No, that's definitely true. It's almost maybe a question where they don't really need to ban Atomic Green Lantern. You need to find a way to ban Blue Freeze. So I don't know if that's legal though. I don't think you can ban a player. But there, I am curious to see how it'll play out. Now BrawL's not out of this. Even though Cripsy's way out farmed by Khan right now, and Khan has a lot more items. Khan is actually only has one more item left to complete, right? He's 5 out of 6 items, and marksmen are always the last to finish their sets. So once things get to about the 80,000 credit level, people kind of have all hit their max builds, and it will get to that point. And at that point, the credits will equalize. And if that can set up some amazing Wonder Woman plays, it can absolutely turn everything around. I mean, we've seen a couple almost amazing plays with him and the Tempest, but they haven't quite got that really deep Wonder Woman ultimate where you just grab everyone and you're stuck in the middle of the Tempest and you have no hope of getting out of it.
Yeah, not only that, but you could throw down GS's and
Vortex,
the Vortex and the Fear Incarnate. And not only will that'll just clean up anything left.
You know, I really love how Dak has actually added the Speed Force battery, and I think he's realized that for them to win, they need to set those amazing ultimates, and for him it's about positioning. Now, sometimes you see what a Wonder Woman does is she actually builds a lot of power damage, so that ultimate just kills people. But with the composition that BrawL has, they don't need the ultimate to kill people. They've got Cripsy, like you said, Genre, and GS that do the follow-up damage, but they need that ultimate to hit a lot of people. And the Speed Force battery, you can blink in, lasso someone, and get a really good ultimate, but you still got to hit that lasso, right? You still got to get in the right position, and that's where you're really going to come down a lot too. Look at this surveillance tower.
Wow. Yeah, this is definitely starting to showcase their split push. The thing is, Spa is so far back right now. He's still at their base, doesn't have teleport or any means of catching up. So right now, it could technically be a 3-on-5, and this is where BrawL needs to push out and engage before Spa and Satura get back.
They do, but the thing is, they don't know that they're gone, so they're afraid to just charge out. Now, as far as those Leviathan deployables go, I'm only seeing 2 of them. I'm only seeing Khan and Blue Freeze with deployables. Did they leave one behind or something?
I don't think they left one behind. I think someone might have died.
Yeah, I think they lost one. They must have lost one somewhere along the lines. Because I don't think Satura has one.
No.
No, yes, they only have 2, and I don't know which 2 those are, but it looks like they're going to try to close this out. Now, the middle dampener is back up for BrawL, so Curse has to decide, do they want to kill that middle dampener, or do they go for the kill? There's only 1 power core turret left. They could just try to close this one out. They have an EMP and 2 Leviathan deployables, and they're ahead by about 12,000 credits. But
At
there
this
is a
point,
defender's advantage.
I think they just want to close this game out right now.
They're trying to find that ideal positioning right now.
I think they're trying to get rid of those skill blocks.
Oh, you're right. They're trying to pick off the skill blocks. That's why they're throwing out a lot of random still shots here, not trying to fully commit. There goes one of those skill blocks. The Frost Breath took that out. There's the blink. There's the ultimate, but Crixie was a little bit late to the party and didn't hit the amazing ultimate. And now all of a sudden there's a lot of counter damage going on, but they did get Khan and Spa, the 2 damage healers. All of a sudden BrawL is looking great. There's a Leviathan lockdown. Now, can Curse turn this one around? Yes, Blue Freeze picks up some damage, but it looks like BrawL is actually starting to take control. In fact, one of those Leviathan deployables was dropped. Dak picked it up. Blue Freeze is going to go down.
Wow.
BrawL just
4
totally...
for 0 in favor of BrawL. It was that absolute pristine Wonder Woman ultimate by Dak.
Oh, yeah. That was just beautiful, beautiful Wonder Woman ultimate. You know, at first, I thought it might not have gotten quite enough, but then the fact is that they erased Khan and Spa. And if you're going to pick 2 people you want to erase with that, it's going to be Khan and Spa, because those are the big damage healers for Curse. Fatal Uno, of course, is there as well, but I mean, if you get rid of Green Lantern and Green Arrow, there's no one who can erase someone on your team, because those are the 2 guys who can do it.
Yeah, so now we see 4 members of BrawL in the middle lane trying to push out this last tier 2 turret. And they still have, it's 26 seconds on Blue Freeze to get Spot and Khan up. It looks like BrawL's just going to back out right now while they still can.
Oh, found
and
this too.
they found one of the surveillance towers.
I love that he used the Omni Devices to back out quick. That was really, really nice to see that being used. And that's something Curse, you know, they may be regretting not having that Omni Devices, because in that last engagement, they had Omni Devices. It might not have been a 4 for 0, it might have been a 2 for 0, and the rest could have escaped.
So with that last, I think that might be the team shield that is the last.
It's either the
Leviathan.
shield or the core.
I feel like we might have already seen the core.
Okay, I might have just missed it, yeah. And you know, that shield, not using that, having that dropped is actually pretty big, because that shield is a powerful deployable. It's basically giving everyone on your team the stolen power and vulnerability.
Yes.
I mean, that's like a 3rd stolen power for 1 engagement. That's a pretty big deal. Now, it looks like Curse still wants to continue the aggression, but you know, everyone has all their dampers back up. The credit difference is back down to 8,000. Things are getting interesting here.
Yeah, after that engage, I really think Curse is rethinking their strategy. All it takes is for Wonder Woman's blocking bracers to shut down an entire team fight. That's gotta make you a little nervous.
And you know what? I think the problem they had there, I think they overestimated their advantage. Because with that in mind, if all it takes is that Wonder Woman's blocking bracers to win a team fight, basically the way you're going to lose a team fight is if you all come in from one direction, because then she can easily set that up on your whole team, as we saw. And if you only have 1 dampener down and you're going in for the kill, well, you have to come in from one direction, because there's only one direction to come in from. Yeah. And so I think they're realizing now, okay, earlier in the game, when we are, you know, flanking, hitting from multiple ways, Blue Freeze come around the back, that's when we are winning team fights. They need to get back into that, because if you just head in straight in on BrawL's team comp, they're going to just eradicate you. Things kind of slowed down. Curse has again got those raiders, so it's really helping them get that vision advantage. Where's Blue Freeze going to place this one?
I really think they're going to try and keep the vision very offensive.
Yeah. Oh, well, BrawL knows exactly where it is now, right on top of their own camera, but I don't know if they want to go out and try to get it quite right now, knowing that Curse is probably there, and they're missing Ease because he's split pushing.
Yeah, but Ease also has the teleport, and there's a camera right there where I think we're going to see Ease teleport too.
Oh, that could be a strong teleport. In fact,
I mean, we're going to wait and see.
Oh, he's just going back to base.
He's going back to base.
Yeah, I think he wants to save the teleport so he can just, if they win the fight, he can immediately kill a dampener. But they've got to win that fight first. It looks like Curse is going to back away. They've recognized that Ease isn't there anymore. They're like, wait a minute. Are we really trying to force our way through a choke point against a Wombo combo team comp? And they're like, I like the way Curse is playing though. They're realizing that, wait, we don't need to force our way in there. Let's wait for BrawL to come out in the field when they're in the open, where we can try to find those angles that we need to actually take these wins.
Yeah, so that's going to be a tier 2 EMP for for Curse, that's something they need. They need to get down another dampener to really open up the ways for these siege drones.
Yeah, they had the siege drones earlier, and now they've lost. Now there are weakened dampeners, of course. Remember, when dampeners come back up after several minutes, you know, see, this is when it's never gone down. You can see it's got close to twice as much life. I mean, it's they basically come back at 60 to 70% of their previous life, and that's gonna mean they'll go down really fast. But they still do, you know, put out damage and still do support in a team fight. So you still have to be careful around them. I think the bigger deal also is that the natural choke point around these dampeners just really favors BrawL's composition, so Chris is having a hard time kind of finding their way in there. I do think Curse, though, has better poke, so maybe Curse should just keep poking at BrawL. I mean, they've got all the healing waves, right? So they can out-sustain BrawL, and they have, you know, long range. Oh, no, they're going in. There's the EMP. And BrawL just backing away. They're just giving up the dampener. They're like, we're not quite ready for it yet. They've got to back away.
Turret destroyed.
And it looks like they're missing Cripsy. Hopefully he doesn't have too many issues and get back in the game as soon as possible. Curse is still looking for that angle to come in on.
Yeah, they're gonna be trying to really get this middle dampener down.
Okay, looks like Cripsy's back in the action. Hopefully, they did lose that dampener, but they're back on the defense now, and I don't know if Curse can really force their way in here.
It's gonna be really hard for Curse to do that. BrawL has Dax blocking bracers up. They also have the Leviathan that they've kept from the previous team fight.
Oh, and that's big. Yeah, I feel like maybe Curse should back up and take the Leviathan. What do you think about that? Is that too risky?
I really don't think they should focus on this Leviathan at this time. I mean, no matter how many Leviathan drops they have, Dax just gonna speed battery in and kill them with Wonder Woman's blocking bracers.
You know what they're gonna, if they can get off a good Leviathan lockdown though, if they can time it so right when Dax comes in there, they lock him down before he gets the ultimate off, and then they can maybe then get the rest of the team. That could be what they need. And they do have all three of those deployables now. It's going to come down to the usage of those. If they use those Leviathan deployables really well, it's a huge advantage in a team fight. But last time they had them, remember, they didn't use any of them until the battle was already over. Then they kind of did a lackluster lockdown late on, and they actually dropped the shield. So they're going to have to be on top of that deployable usage. And a lot of it's about making sure that Wonder Woman doesn't get her ultimate off. But this is a tight choke. Dak is looking for it.
But as you can see, Khan is playing very defensive in the back.
He does not want to get caught in Wonder Woman ultimate, and I don't blame him. There's a Leviathan core putting out some damage on a team. But as they back away, the core is kind of, it's just zoning out BrawL a bit. It ends up kind of being, you know, I guess they didn't really gain much advantage from that. They still have the lockdown and the shield, though. Oh, here's Blue Freeze. There's the ultimate.
Meltdown.
Oh, it got hit by the shield, but there's a lockdown. That's going to give them a nice dampener kill. There's a surprise from the Joker. And the lockdown gave them that great position they needed. Now Cripsy uses ultimate, but didn't actually get that much damage on, which means that right now, half that wombo combo is kind of been neutralized. Curse is actually getting a lot of work done now. The last engagement was really well done with them. They got the dampener. They made Cripsy use up his ultimate.
Now I think we're going to see Curse split push here. Keep two in the top lane, and now they're going to try to take down this middle lane dampener as well.
Oh, Dax looking for that great ultimate. There's the lasso, though. Saving the ultimate. There's the baby bomb. So Turris somehow stays alive throughout all that. And meanwhile, the middle dampener went down because they're distracted at top.
That baby bomb zoned out Cripsy and Genre. They couldn't continue their chase on Satura.
Oh, Curse is playing a great game now. They realized the way their approach of just trying to force their way down was a mistake. Now they're picking apart BrawL. There's no dampers coming back anytime soon. We did see Satura go back to restock. He was almost dead, of course. They still had the Leviathan shield as well. And now Superman's back in the action. I think there's one power core turret left now, but with elite drones pushed in every single lane, well, this way's not elite, but the next one will be. Now, I love the way they're just poking. Forcing Dax. Oh, the lasso misses. Dax looking for that ultimate. He only gets Khan, though. There's a condemn on Khan. They're able to take down Khan, but is that enough? They sacrifice Genre to do so. They sacrifice Dax to do so. Oh,
They
another.
missed the grab on ease.
They did. They did. I mean, BrawL had some nice moves there, but they were only able to get Khan, whereas before they got Khan and Spa. And now it's a 4-on-3. Those elite drones are pushing him from every angle. This turret's gonna go down, even without Khan as a marksman. It's just too much. Yeah, there it goes. Eases forced back. He's trying to do his best to fight, but Superman's in on him. Green Neptune's in on him. He skedaddles away. Blue Freeze, we know, has been zoning out the rest of BrawL. And they're just going straight for that power core to Ken. Now focusing Cripsy. He just melts instantly. And there's the power core.
So with that, game 1 going to Curse.
Wow. What a game. What a game. That was a really, really solid game there. Truly some great play from both sides there. We saw an amazing wombo combo there, a lot of amazing grabs from Blue Freeze. I think the closest fought game this tournament there. It went over an hour, 60 minutes and 47 seconds, but it is Curse who finally emerges victorious there. That's going to give them a